Now, if you want to have a dog that has any length of hair, a couple of inches or more, then this is the video for you and scissoring. Because the basis of keeping good hair is frequent wash and blowout. And the blowout is not just getting it dry. The blowout is warming up the hair enough that when you pull and brush it, you are straightening it. Straightening the hair. And if the hair dried and it has a little too much pink in it, you wet the hair and you blow dry it more so that you can get it full straight. Because we want straight. Hair that's going to easily. If you've got any kink in your hair, it's not dry enough or it's dried too fast, you need to wet it and dry it again. This is when staying in a concentrated place is very important. You stay in that concentrated place. The hair is flat, and the closer I get, you can see how it's starting to do this. You can do that. Sorry, buddy. You used to be able to blow dry. Excuse me, you're going a little low on that spot. So you can't sit on a spot like this. I'm going to show you how to do hair because the concentrated heat, you don't feel that. That's not comfortable. portion of his body. This is good for you to see. Come on, babe. Move it like this. Slowly. Stay. Good boy. Slow and steady wins the race. Now this hair is kind of already dried a little bit because it's the last Your test is, after that really long blowout, is the metal comb can go through and you're not pulling and tugging. Some of the thicker hair will go through a little slower, but it's not hurting him in any way. We're not like pulling through mats or anything. If you meet any resistance that you're not expecting, or at the end of the tail there's a little, then we need to wet and re-dry or work out the mats. I'm going to run over the slicker brush first before I do the comb, just to make sure. Super important with this long hair that it is to the skin, all the way to the end of the hair, unmatted and straightened. Not usually how you comb the poodle. I'm just checking for mats. In a minute when I'm going to do it, I'm going to fluff him up. But right now I'm just checking that I've got hair that will comb straight. Okay, turn baby. Brush you out on this other side and then we'll let you take a break, okay? It's been a long blow dry, hasn't it? But no outside because it rained. So he can have a break and eat his dinner, but he's gonna have to wait till I shave his feet to go potty. If you have a dog that wants to push him with your brush, doesn't hurt them, but it's not pleasant, and it'll teach him to keep straight. And I'm not hurting him, I'm just reminding him I want him to keep his nose to himself. And again, I'm just checking to make sure that blow dry is all the way good, that my comb is not hitting any spots that we're going to tug. baby. And you know that his hair was in good condition because I don't have a brush full of hair. I have very little. So through this brush out, we have not yanked out any hair. We haven't pulled. It's a time-consuming process, but it certainly yields still a little kinky over here. If it was a show day, I would re-wet and re-blow dry that area, but it is not. And we have plenty of time in between show. This entire coat will be cut again. So you can see how choppy those scissor marks were that I was making when I was dirty grooming him. He got in the mud. So not that dirty of a groom. Dirty groom just means the hair's not freshly washed. It doesn't actually mean muddy dirty. So we had a thunderstorm and he got muddy dirty, and I was like, well, so much for the dirty groom. Here comes the blowout. Okay. We have all good hair. The back of these are still a little raggedy, but those are really easy to shape, and we're not going to the show, so I'm just going to trim them down. It's going to be okay. Hi, guys. We're trying to grow this hair out right here. So this will not get trimmed at all. Nope. Hey, guys, you know the band yet. So, hair that isn't going to get cut, I don't need really to be in the way anymore. So I'm going to try send him home with puppy tails before. You don't want to put a rubber band directly against the hair because it will break the hair. So I get paper and put the band over the paper, and that way get a little ponytail there and not break that hair. That's okay, we're going to bend that ponytail. This is called puppy horns, even though he's not a puppy, but we're growing out his bangs. So, these little horns over their eyes, and you're wanting to grow out their hair. And it's not really long enough to put banded right above their eyes, because at one point you wanted them to see, so you trimmed off their bangs. Hang on. Not putting it on tight, I just went over it twice. Because really, now that I've kind of banded those together, I'm going to grab this hair. I stupidly cut down his top knot thinking I didn't need that hair. I did it on both my boys in a moment of idiocy. So now I'm growing it back. Judge your controller. Paper is just thick tissue. He can rub it and flip it out pretty quickly if he wants to. It's just putting something between the rubber band and the hair so that we're not breaking hair. I'm going to band it back again because I really want it to stay, and the more anchored it is, the more it has that chance to stay. Alright, so if you remember, we did a little trim on his ears when we were dirty grooming, and I said that's okay, I just want us getting length off and we'll tidy over here. So we really want it to be a nice straight across the bottom. We like the ears to be beveled, and because he's eating his hair, it's going to be a little beveled here. But I want it right straight across. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of a length for a really nice straight, and that's fine. His ears are beautiful and long. Don't care about a half inch of length, as beautiful and long as his ears are. Mommy loves his long ear hair, so she is willing to brush him out regularly, which is why he still has this long ear hair. If you want long ear hair, you must be willing to brush out regularly. And the pet mommies who want long ear hair and are sad every time their puppy's ears get shaved, yet they bring them in matted. You get what you work for. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Now he eats his hair here. If I could band this hair here up. You can sit. Good boy. Sit. Austin, you want to sit? You can sit. You don't have to keep standing. I'm going to need you to stand in a little while. I don't need you to stand right now. The reason I'm braiding his hair is because this is the hair he is chewing when he eats. So I don't care about the back of the hair because he's not eating the back of his hair. Jessie?
Yes?
Is that Joy barking out there?
I don't think that's Joy. Mommy, and has Jonathan come?
No, it might be who they're barking at. Not that I know of. Will you go look?
No. Well, I can check. I was just out there though. I just came in. I think they're barking at probably.
I can't hear you, Jessie. What?
I was just out there, so I don't think he's here.
Okay.
I think they're just barking at a rabbit, or I know it's not Hinkenduke because I put them up because they were out and I wanted to go on my walk, but now I need to go feed them.
And let them out?
Yeah.
So some dogs will leave these alone, and some, in order to keep them in, you have to rewrap them almost every night. I have to send him home to a home, so hopefully they'll stay on. These will stay in long enough, at least, so that he doesn't eat his ear hair. We don't need to braid it back anymore. If he'll leave it alone, I could just band it to this hair here. Doesn't have to braid it.
Here, Rainbow.
if I've braided it right, it shouldn't put any stress on his ear at all. This is all very soft. And hopefully he'll leave it alone. We'll see. Here. Let me get this side, baby. You can sit. You want to sit, Boston? You sit. Don't bother, you can sit. He knows how to sit. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, it just fell down. This is the hair. And it's getting chewed on when you're eating because it's getting in his mouth. He's not chewing his hair to chew his hair. He's just eating his food and his hair is getting in the way. That is why. I'm just trying to braid it up a little bit here. You need to stand back up. Stay. Good boy. Got a dog barking in the front. He wants in. Do not know why he's barking like that. Yeah. So I'm going to do some of the shaved parts before I let him down, because then I can let him go potty. If I don't shave his feet and he gets muddy, it's a pain in the butt. So we're just going to do face and feet. We'll see how he's feeling, and we might do hygiene in the legs. And then we'll let him sleep, because I have another boy I need to do. Okay. Let me put this stuff up. I don't think his back hair is doing great. I don't think I need to, through all of that, I just want you to see how much hair, his entire body got brushed out of him. So that came off the comb. Very little considering his whole body. So just know when you're line brushing that you're not raking and ripping their hair out. The whole purpose of that kind of blowout is to keep the hair and to keep it healthy. Keep it nice and straight and healthy. Okay, so let us start on your feet. Okay. Let's see if I can move this way. This is what I'm doing. So this is a little small. This is actually a little cheap throwaway razor that I like because it's sharp and little and light for my hands. But you can see how I am going just along the sides of the little toe beans, and I'm not hitting the skin, the webbed between the little toe beans. I don't know if you're actually seeing it. So that, oh, you're not seeing anything. My hand's totally in the way. I'm gonna have to get you from my eye direction. Okay. This is a very sharp one, so I'm very careful about just gliding on top of the skin. I'm not putting in pressure at all. Boston is a very good boy. He's really easy to groom. He's not too Yankee, but it is very delicate in there. One of the ways to not make them Yankee is to be respectful and not hurt them. So if they feel any resistance in looking between those toes, I'm going to stop and I'm going to fluff it up. So I'm only just getting the fluffy hair. And we're not going to show, so I'm not going for perfection. So we got to get these little toesies used to being naked so they're not rashy on show day. So I'm going to go, not perfection, but definitely shaved, definitely poodle feet. And again, I'm going to groom him about 4 more times before any old show. So we are not going for perfect feet. We're going to have, he's getting a little Yankee. Okay, so just remember, you want to brush this up and be nice and fluffy, especially when you're using a sharp blade. Because you want to glide on top, really not pushing against the skin. These two toes are together, so don't try to separate them. Don't try to get between them. So I go this side toe, these two toes together come in, and this side toe goes in. Now I'm just going, I just kind of dive in, but I don't scrape along the bottom, because again, this is a pretty sharp one, and I don't want to create little itchy, painful toes. So I let the fact that I'm going in from the different directions actually cut the hair. And go along the side of the toe bead. Along the side of the toe bead, don't touch the skin in between the webbing. That's why I put my thumb there, so I catch myself at my thumb and not on his skin. And there's people that can do this way faster than me, and so Go down both sides of the nail. And I'll glide along in between, but I'm not getting all the way down to the bottom because I don't want to give him a rash, but I'm getting all those longer hairs that would stick out. His mom was like, please don't rash him up. He was really mad at the last time. It was really no fault of her own. When you keep long hair like this, it needs to be done every 4 weeks and kept in great condition like this. I had let him go too long, and when I'm the one showing him, I am the one responsible for keeping his hair good. So, we don't want to torture the dog. Do it more often. And what had happened was he had brush burn on his skin because he was brushing, trying to get his little matted hairs out. And so that's something to be wary of. But this time, because I didn't wait so long, we didn't have to brush so hard. Poor little Aspen, the little boy next after him, he's probably gonna get a little brush burn because he has got some mats. Trying to give you a view of what I'm doing. All 4? All 4. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and grind the nails because I don't want to do that with the mud on them. And I'll do the rest of his. Bottom, 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 bottom. Front, 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 front. I really want his nails to go back. So I'm going along the top and kind of starting really far back and going. I'm also going to hit the sides on him because I really am trying to grab his nails back. So I want his nails to really not like that heat and go back. Last nail. Top of your nails, buddy. Good boy. And when I do the nails, we see where the hair managed to escape. Jesse! Okay. Okay. I got my AC guy here.